It's been a while since I've given a video, so I thought I would update you all on what I've been doing. I know I blogged about it, but I wanted to mention it again. I went and presented at Port Talbot a few weeks ago with Laura from America, Emily from Australia and Andrea from Munich in Germany. And Laura and I decided to do a joint presentation. I also got a Rotary flag presented to me by the Rotary Club of Port Talbot, so I'll be taking that back to New Zealand to present to Rotorua Sunrise. Last night I spoke at the Aberdare Rotary Club. Laura and I did our joint presentation again, and Andrea was there as well. Presented with a Rotary flag from Aberdare, and I had a Rotorua Sunrise flag to present them as well. There was a gentleman in a strange costume. That's actually the official costume of the High Sheriff. So the history behind that is 1,000 years old, and he was kind enough to dress up for us so we could take photos of him. So that was very interesting to learn about that as well. Next week I'll be heading to Carmarthen to speak to the Carmarthen Tywi Club. Liz Jones from Swansea Bay Rotary will be taking me out, and a couple of other Rotarians will come and support me as well. This evening I just got back from the Taliesin, which is the theatre on campus outside my halls of residence. I went with a few Rotarians from my club and we watched a movie called Creation, and it was all about Charles Darwin. I found it extremely interesting. It had Paul Bettany and Jennifer Connelly in it, and it was just a really, really emotional movie, but I found it just incredibly interesting and inspiring to watch one of the greatest scientists of all time and see how he wrote his book and the personal struggle that he went through from having a very religious wife and obviously living in a society that was dominated by Christianity, and then trying to write a book about evolution. What else has been happening? It has been Bonfire Night on the 5th of November. We celebrate it in New Zealand as well. We mainly call it Guy Fawkes or Guy Fawkes Night, and here it is referred to as Bonfire Night or Guy Fawkes. It is more public than it is in New Zealand. I found in New Zealand everybody buys their own fireworks and lets them off in their backyard or on the beach or in a park, whereas here most people don't buy their own fireworks. Most people go to the public displays. So my personal experience of Guy Fawkes in the UK was more spectacular Guy Fawkes, but different, because I think a lot of people in New Zealand have pyromaniac tendencies, and I know that I really enjoy letting off the entire box of fireworks in front of my parents, and they sit there just to amuse me. But yeah, I missed letting off the Guy Fawkes, the fireworks, but I did really, really enjoy the displays that went on. We all gathered at the beach, and after the public fireworks we just had a huge bonfire, and all the students were on the beach, and it was a really good night. coming up. Being as it's coming up to Christmas, everything seems to be having a Christmas party of some sort. I know there's a lot of Christmas parties in New Zealand, but maybe I'm just involved in more things here. It sort of seems that every single organisation has a Christmas party. So within the university there'll be a university Christmas do, a departmental Christmas do, a student engineering Christmas do, and then a polymers Christmas do, and a wood fibre Christmas do, you know. So every small group even has a Christmas event to go to. So I found that I've been invited to quite a few. I'm not going to go to them all because they all cost money, but I will be going to the Rotary Christmas do, which is black tie event. So I've bought a sort of an evening gown for that. That'll be exciting. That's in a couple of weeks. Then I'm going to join the hiking club, so I think they'll have something as well. And also within my engineering department I'll go to that one as well. So I will hopefully have photos of that up after the event. Today I joined an organisation called Bright Futures, and the idea of the organisation is to put you in touch with corporate companies so that after you graduate you have made all these connections with companies that you may like to work with. So they're having an evening next Thursday, and I will be attending that as well and hopefully make some good connections. I've found that most of my friends here are international, and they obviously are staying for their degrees and then going home to their countries. So I'm the only one that's really job hunting. I know it's a little bit early, it's over a year away when I will start work, but I feel a little bit disadvantaged in that I don't even know the names of the companies that are in the polymer industry. So I've really been looking out a lot for opportunities such as Bright Futures to just get myself out there in industry and known. I know it takes a while to build up a reputation, but I'm just keeping my eyes open so that I can see an opportunity when one comes along. So that's exciting to have found an organisation like that. I've been playing squash every week. It's going really well. I've played for about 2 or 3 years, but no one has ever taught me before, so I'm enjoying having a coach. And my grip was all wrong, I wasn't doing anything right, so hopefully I will be improving on the squash courts over the next year as well. But it's just as much fun as it was before I knew what I was doing. So my mother has sent over my squash racket, so hopefully that will arrive soon. She's also sent me Christmas presents, so they've arrived. They're waiting in my closet for Christmas Day. Apparently I can't open them until then. And I've sent my Christmas presents back to New Zealand as well. But it cost me £66 to send about 4 or 5 kilos of things back to New Zealand, so it's not cheap. So I hope all you Kiwis appreciate my gifts this year. The weather's getting a little bit colder now. It's raining sometimes, but not every day. It does get dark by about 4:30, which is quite difficult. I just always look out the window and think, oh, it must be 7 o'clock. I've been at work for so long, and it's, you know, 4:30 and I'm ready to cook dinner and go to bed. And but obviously I think I'll get used to that as well. That's probably about it, really.